Hello again, my name's Ben. Here I am today following up my Ghosts of Requiem set review with comparing it to the previous Ghost model, the Hijacked Ghost. Um, I decided to do this just to see how these two different ghosts, compare to one another and to see which one is, you know, better in like air quotes. Obviously subjective, but just go over all the stuff between the two sets and just determine for me personally, and maybe for you, if you're considering which ones to buy and buy several of, which ones you'd like to buy. So, a good place to start off is with comparing the minifigures. They both include grunts. Obviously, these are the Halo Infinite design grunts, which I didn't compare to the Halo 4 grunts in the video, but you can see them here. Obviously, this one's red, this one's orange, but just comparing the base designs, I mean, I know most people aren't too keen on the Halo 4 designs, and then they'd probably just prefer the Halo Infinite designs, and I'd probably agree with them. It just looks better, honestly. I'm not really too keen on these designs right here, but you can see he has his aspects to him, I guess. Well detailed, but not exactly something good to look at. So I'd probably just give this to the banished one. Of course, this also comes with a Grunt Imperial, which this doesn't really have. The banished ghost here, I guess, has the benefit of having more, like, just enemy vehicles. Or not enemy vehicles, I'm sorry. Enemy forces, which you'd get more if you're, like, army building banished forces. So, obviously, Grunt Imperial. But this one here, the new ghost, you can get more UNSC forces with the Marines, obviously. But coming on to the UNSC side, we get the Spartan Anubis here for the Hijacked Ghost. A very nice, detailed-looking figure, and one that I quite enjoy. I must be honest, we've gotten a lot of Spartan Anubises over a few years, but this is a good one. Some of the other ones aren't as well designed, but this is a good figure. And then obviously the UNSC forces. Oops. The two Marines that we get with the Ghost of Requiem, they're pretty good figures. I'm not too keen on the cream-colored one. I don't really like the way his armor looks, but he has some nice detailing, and the rocket launcher is a nice addition. Of course, this silver one I much prefer, and I do enjoy the design of fairly much. I think it's a good figure. So, for me, it's hard to say which one for the UNSC forces I prefer. It is easier to army build Marines and much preferable than amassing an army of Spartan Anubises. So, for that reason, if you were to buy multiple, I'd probably give it to the Ghost of Requiem set. And then comparing the main, enemy forces, you either have... I'm not going to take them off. Well, here, I'll just take them off. You have the Brute, and then you have Gek Lahar for the Ghost. Oops, the handlebar fell off. Between these two, they're good figures, both. The Brute is a decent design. It's not my favorite design for the Brutes, honestly, but it is a good one. The metallic printing on the torso is nice, and he overall has nice details about him. But I think just detailing-wise, and I think this guy kind of just surpasses him. I might not prefer the Halo 4 designs, but, I mean, it does give a more detailed design, and it doesn't look bad, I'll say. So I'd probably give this in favor of the Ghost of Requiem set, but I don't know. It really just depends on how much you like or dislike the Halo 4 Elite and just general Halo 4 designs. So in terms of figures, I mean, it's kind of hard to say which ones are the better ones because I mean they both have very good figures in both of them, so it really just depends on your preferences or how much you really want to army build these specific forces for banished or Covenant designs. So, make of that what you will. I'll just get these guys on their stands so that I can go compare the Ghost designs. Oops. So there you go. They're all in frame. So now, comparing the two Ghost designs, I mean, you can see they have a lot of things in common, and then just smaller differences between the two. Obviously, the most significant ones are probably just the colors. Um, the Banished, obviously, with their silver and red, and the Covenant with this kind of blue and purple. Maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but I just think the purple just looks nice. You know, it's just classic. Can't really improve upon it. So I'd probably give it to that one. But I guess really the only other upside of the Banished Ghost, it has some decent detailing with these armor pieces in front, and then I guess it has the feature where you just fire down and those shoot off. But for people who aren't really interested in like play features like that, it's not really a plus. It's not a bad design, but it's a little simplistic. I wouldn't say in contrast, but the Covenant Ghost is just a lot more detailed to design. Obviously, with the spots design all over the hood piece, and just get a good look at that. All the spotted details on that, and the wings, the focus. Yeah, just get a good look at that. And then obviously these stands for the lightning to represent hovering, which I think is a good feature. Helps in just making it stand out that much more. It kind of just raises it above the others. Some other smaller details like this part here, which I just really enjoy. This is just a simple detail, but this one doesn't really have anything like that. And then obviously this one has the actual like guns molded, while again this one just has the missile feature, which this one just looks better, just more accurate. This one also has the little part for the foot of the elite to rest on. Obviously the Banished Ghost doesn't, but I mean that's kind of all for the builds. I think it's pretty clear that the Covenant one really beats it out in most aspects. Really, in the end, it kind of just depends on if you prefer the Banished colors or the Covenant. So make of that what you will. You just get all the figures here, posed. So that kind of wraps it up for the video. So it is hard to say for me personally which of these two I would like pick up if I could only choose one. They both have their good aspects. I wouldn't say they have like many significant cons that would detract me from buying one of them, but I mean it's just hard to say really because I just think they're both really good sets. I don't really want the whole recency bias because I literally just got the Ghost of Requiem set to like favor it, but it is a good set to army build. I personally wouldn't really get a bunch of these Banished Ghosts because I don't want an army of Spartan Anubises, but I don't really enjoy most of the designs from Halo 4, but I mean I think they translated the figures into these pretty decent designs, so I probably army build obviously the Ghost of Requiem set, and it's just a nice ghost design, honestly. So I mean I really can't say. If I only had to choose one, I honestly couldn't answer, but I think I'd go for Ghost of Requiem. That might just be me. If anyone else feels differently, I'm sure they can provide input in the comments if they feel so inclined, though I doubt it. But yeah, that kind of wraps it up for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stay tuned to next time for whatever I upload on this channel. As for the Crimson Captain, believe me, I am working on stuff. So if you're subscribed to the Crimson Captain, you'll have some good content looking forward to in the future. Might be gone for a bit, but patience is a virtue. Of course, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Able to stay tuned the next time, and with that being said, thank you and goodbye.